Chatty Cathy, hello, welcome to the chat. I'm just walking eastbound along Queen. Currently departing from the intersection of Queen and Broadview. And it's a nice, beautiful, sunny afternoon, but equally breezy, so why not? It's a part of Queen Street I never usually walk upon, so I'll be discovering some new sites along with potential others. So the first one is the Opera House. Opera House Grill. The way that guy's riding his bike, that's mad skill. Oh wow. Hello Harjot, sorry I'm scrolling back here. Welcome to the chat. Yahya. Sorry, new comments here. Okay, Yahya. Well, I'll talk to you later then. Enjoy your secret mission. Maybe he's a spy for the government, going undercover. Who knows? This is a very high-end area. It's completely upscale when you're only about 5 blocks away from one of the ghettoest parts of the city. Starting to see less and less smart cars. But aren't they just adorable? 501 Queen streetcar to Humber. So I'm gonna try to observe some of these businesses that I'm seeing. Got a really cool mural there, some bees and whatever those cone things are. And a nice clock. So yeah, welcome everyone. Hope you're having a great Wednesday afternoon. Dollarama. Yeah, I was under the weather yesterday. Had a minor stomach flu. I don't know if I still have one or not, but I felt the motivation to just get out and do something. Better than just laying in bed. Spoon 2K. Thank you. Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you here. Got some Turkish cuisine here. We got Papa's Laundry. I also thought that was a restaurant until I looked down. I'm like, okay. It almost has the exterior of a high-end, like maybe Italian restaurant or something like that, but it's a laundromat. It's pretty unique. Cool. Nice compact Range Rover. Really cool SUV here. I'm trying to see what company it's from. Not really getting much indication of anything. It's hidden behind GR Land Deer. Okay. It almost, I thought it was a Mercedes for a second, but apparently not. Hey Alicia, welcome to the chat. Medano, welcome. Jimmy's Coffee and a nice wall being built here along the edge of path of the GO train here. Hey. Yeah, Alicia, how's your update on going live? You must be pushing at least 60 subscribers by now. Bonjour, I don't speak French. I'm not going to butcher that any more than I already did. And we're at Degrassi Street. Yeah, cool, Alicia. That's great. Maybe like set like a notification timer or something so I can be aware, but if I can't make it, I'll try to. Suddenly it gets a lot quieter. Who's this dumbass? So this is kind of like unexplored territory for me. Jimmy Simpson Recreation Center.
But they don't recycle the bottles here. Or we recycle them.
Probably gonna head north towards Danforth, probably in a couple blocks or so, but I want to explore more of Queen right now. And we got Jimmy Simpson Park. Cool place to shoot some hoops, take your dogs for a walk, play drums on a garbage disposal, whatever you want to do, you know. Sky's the limit. Hear another siren in the distance, but so far that's the first one I've heard since being in this area. Got some people playing tennis here. And I think we're coming to more hospitality industries. Barrio. Yeah, saw from the sombrero it's a Mexicana. I do love me some good Mexican food. Pet Value. Osmos. One of my infamous favorites. A cool old fashioned Canada Dry sign for a convenience store. Unfortunately, with competition with Circle K right across the street, I don't know, that might be a bad omen for them eventually. All these independent family convenience stores seem to get closed down more and more frequently as these huge franchises just seem to take over everything. The Roy Public House. Oh, it's a really upscale place. So here's the convenience store. But one side of it says grab and go dashi kitchen. Huh. Can't really see much from this view. Pretty interesting though. We got my old trusty TD Bank here. You know, I want to keep walking along Queen because this is so beautiful right now. Nice little small bakery there. Brick Street Breads. Craig's Cookies. Trojan Elk Explorer. Hey, welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a great day. Howdy, holla, hello, come hang out 11 to 6. Well, with an invitation like that, how could I pass that up? I knew it was like a bookstore almost before I got here because it had that infamous bookstore smell. And look at this up here. They designed that. It's so cool. Love it, love it, love it. Traffic's getting pretty crazy. We are in rush hour, of course. And you know I'll never ignore a pizza place that I notice. Maestro's Gourmet Pizza and Gelato. Red Sandcastle Theater. Don't think it's open. So it's sort of a Halloween vibe to it. And a Valley Village. Wow, that just appeared out of nowhere. They're becoming more scarce nowadays, and never knew of this location either. Hey Sebastian, how you doing? Welcome to the chat.
It's Emily, but it's Danielle. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't want to.
Honestly, there's so many places I'm curious about cuisine-wise. I am a foodie at heart. It's like, ooh, this. And there's a Mexican place. Now there's a burger place. I want it all. Mercury, a little espresso bar in the corner there. Pretty cool. Ooh, a tattoo parlor. I need some updates on some tattoos myself in the near future. Toronto's Veterinary Hospital. Obviously very old school. Huh. Interesting. It's attached to a used car dealership. So I'm gonna continue along the stretch of Queen until I find it to become uninteresting. It's the way this guy's leaning back on his wheelchair. No F's to give. You do you, bro. Nice little church there. And of course a huge Shoppers. Diva Tequila, what's good? Welcome to the chat. Happy Wednesday. Look down Carlisle there. We got a window cleaner behind us, but a safe window cleaner. Like, that's a job I could do, but if I'm going anywhere above 3 floors, count me out. Could not pay me enough to do a job, you know, like on a high rise or something like that. Carla Carburetina. And I'm gonna stop trying to pronounce names that I cannot even try to start with. I think I would have learned my lesson by now. Got a guy on a big old fat Harley. Seems like another thrift shop here. Daniel Jewelers. And we got another Italiano restaurant here, or assuming they sell pizza, but it's really dark in there. It's open apparently, but it says it's open, but does that look open to you? Not really.
That one was the bigger one.
And I used to see signs like this everywhere, again, with independent family convenience stores, Kit Kat or whatever brand that might be. But once again, they are falling off. And this is some sort of Jamaican place. Also pretty dark. Are they even open? Again, apparently not. Too far away, because right near the old Gerrard Square is the Real Jerk. I do love me some Jamaican cuisine. I could talk about cuisine all day long. I'll bore people to death with it, but I love the roadies from there as well. Got a old school pawnbrokers here. Wow, look at that. You can barely even walk in there. There's so much stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Mark R. Davis, welcome to the chat. Hey, Kyle, hope all is well. I've been following you since Henry mentioned your name on one of his streams. Welcome to the beautiful community of live streamers. Thank you so much, Mark. I'm very happy to be a part of this community. Absolutely. Yes, go Leafs, go. It was a close one last night, wasn't it? We're all on the edge of our seats there. Always when we go into overtime. I know, every year we're going to say it's going to be their year. Like when the Leafs, if they ever do win the Stanley Cup again, oh my God. It'll be a revolution, let me tell you, boy. Donut factory and sourdough pizza. Yeah, well, at least they're in operation. I just saw a worker in there. Might be copyright, so I'm not going to take the chance to find out. Now we're getting into sort of a quieter stretch, so I think maybe if this continues, that's when I'll decide to go north, up to Danforth. Oh yeah. Honestly, people get so heated over hockey teams and whatever teams, you know. I like to think of it all good fun, but go Leafs, go. Got someone on a glider here. You don't really see many of those anymore. I heard a lot of them used to explode. I don't know. And I have such terrible balance. I would never trust myself on one of those things. Skateboard or anything like that. I'm terrible on my feet. Got an interesting retail smoked salmon wholesale. See a salmon just sort of poking out there. Again, closed. It's a Wednesday right now. And the time is 4:24 and it's closed. Sorry if I miss any chats. I'm not constantly looking at the chat. St. Andrew, welcome to the chat. And speaking of Leafs, personally, I'm not a fan of gambling. And I see more and more of them every day, like ad-wise on YouTube. It's just gamble, gamble, gamble. Are you gambling yet? You know, now and then is fun, but gambling addictions are serious things. And we have a fish and chips place. B&B. And of course it's closed. That seems to be a theme for a lot of places around here. Little antique shop, it appears. Well, I see lights on. I don't see anyone in there, but who knows? Off the Beat Music School. Plane taking off there overhead. Dave's Hot Chicken. They're a franchise that's starting to grow. I think there's one near Kensington Market. There's Knockout Chicken around there. We have Wingzilla. That's the first I've ever heard of that place. I've given up on Wing Machine. Found their quality and the size of their wings have just gone down and down and down. And last time I ordered from them, it was like pathetic 12 smallest wings with barely any like sauce on it. And was like, I'm done. Yeah, you know, when it comes to gambling, if you have control and just you want to spend 20, 50 bucks, have your limit and have some fun, sure, but you know, you always feel you can go a step further and that's when the trouble starts, right? I rarely gamble myself. You know, I'll buy the odd scratch ticket now and then, but even that's pretty rare because I just personally hate losing. It's like, oh, I just wasted my money, but house usually always wins anyways, right? But yeah, a lot of people are betting on sports games. In fact, people are betting on the next federal election. And I'm not going to go into that. I do not talk about my political beliefs because I feel that just divides people, and that's not what my channel is about at all. But yeah, people will make betting games out of anything, really. So I don't even know how far I am east right now, approaching Jones. Hey, Kurt Affair, welcome to the chat. Good to see you, man. Some more people in this chat I need to make moderators. I need to figure out Prism a bit more for that. It was easier to do on the YouTube app, but I can only go vertical that way. Live Pro Wrestling. May 9th, 2025, 4 p.m. Meet and greet, 6 p.m. at the doors. Well, I personally won't be attending that myself, but you know. Got an angry Jeep. I see those more and more and more. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Obviously, the headlights just look like angry eyes. Meeting on Queen. Oh, it's like a deli. Okay. I always love seeing some new deli shops here. A lot of these places are just so dark, though. It's like, where's the lighting? Thank you, Kurt. Yes, please like and subscribe. Well, I guess if you're already in this chat, you're already a subscriber, but give it a like, you know. To anyone that watches in the future, yes, after this is recorded, please subscribe. Help me get to 500. One day I'll get there. Small independent pharmacy here. Leslie Grove Pharmacy. Not to be confused with Tim Hortons. It's Timmy's Pet Supplies and Grooming Center. So the pub here seems to be endless. These small independent businesses, and I love it. The less franchises, the better. They just seem to be taking over the heart of everything. All these little gems that, you know, we have history with and grew up with. It's like, here's another corporation taking it over. Sun Gas Services. Again, not a huge corporation, probably independent itself. Wonder if that's related to the Toronto Sun. Looks pretty similar, symbol-wise. We have a very vocal bird. Wow. Hope he's not stuck, but he definitely has a lot to say. So, probably right the next intersection after Leslie, I will be going north. Oh, Medano, like you used to live around this area? Like more of the Queen area? Because East York usually for me is always Danforth and kind of north from there. Queen's Head Pub.
Okay. Well, fuck this.
This is not the tour you were looking for. Funny little Star Wars reference there. Got a little Thai restaurant here, the Friendly Thai. What is it with every one of these places? Okay, it says it's open, but I see no one there, and once again it's dark. Oh, I see someone there, never mind. Spoke too soon, but yeah, unfortunately a lot of these independent businesses just seem to be completely empty. It's like, why waste hydro if no one's here? I guess I can get that, but we have a big random nose. Already then? Yeah, I'm gonna go one more intersection, then I'm gonna be taking a sudden turn up towards Danforth, which is probably where I'll end this. Nice look south along Leslie here. You can see the Canadian Tire sort of peeking in the distance there. .31 Greenwood. I wouldn't bet on them either, Mark. I really wouldn't. With their track record, you know, you'd have to be kind of foolish. Yeah. Oh, the Nose is a restaurant. They seem to be out of business, though. I have no idea. I didn't see a sign or anything, so. Sorry, just reading the chats here. Medano says he used to live near the border of Scarborough and East York, Danforth Avenue and Victoria Park. Okay. I just came, well, I moved from Scarborough myself to downtown. I was pretty much kind of near the Kennedy and Eglinton area, which I'm very glad to no longer be around anymore. Very isolated. And Tom and Sawyer, well, drum roll please. The highest quality pet meals in the world. Wow. They are certainly glorifying themselves, aren't they? And another little independent family variety store. Lots of pet places around here, like a hospital, veterinaries, you know, pet meal place, and now we have a Balmy Beach Pet Hospital. Cool little independent barber shop there. Probably in competition with this JC Hair Boutique. Daddy's Chicken. Daddy's Classic, Daddy Junior. Oh, okay. They're comparing it to other franchises. We just saw Dave's Hot Chicken, right? McDonald's, no, actually Wendy's looks the saddest, but I've never seen a Wendy chicken burger. They usually look better than that. KFC, the Big Crunch, Popeyes, Daddy's Slider, Daddy's Junior, and Daddy's Classic. So they're kind of like just saying, go to us because you want this. You certainly don't want this. Gotta love the shade. Sorry if I'm not keeping up with all of the chat. This guy's daddy issues. Okay, you're a funny one. probably. And we have another unlicensed cannabis sector that uses the same, you know, we're on sovereign land. People, you know, cannot interrupt our constitutional inherited rights. But I've seen a numerous amount of places with the same sign constantly being raided and shut down. So sure, it's only a matter of time for them as well. Another cool antique shop here. And look at this. It is dark, but in operation, I see people in there. That just seems to be the theme of everywhere in this area. The darker, the better, I guess. The visible human body. Everything about that is cool. You can stare at that all day and find something new. Nice outdoor patio. So I may have missed my cue, but definitely the next set of lights I'll be heading north. Well, if that's not a barber shop, then I don't know, maybe a knitting shop. No sign at all, just a pair of scissors and just assume the best. So at Greenwood is where I'll be turning. Greenwood Court here. Nice little private residential building, well, multiple, collection of 3 from what I see, so seems very clean and well kept. And another cool little mural here, some sort of bike, motorcycle. And we have a cannabis sector that's actually licensed. But at first look in there, it's like sort of a mushroom lamp and miscellaneous other objects here. Interesting. Got 3 really badass bikes in a row here outside the Flying Squirrel Motorcycle Company. And as we're approaching Greenwood, I'll be taking a left. Another Papa's Laundromat. First one was about maybe 15 minutes back. But the sign is definitely different. But the name is coincidental. It's probably the same company, but or same owner, but yeah, Greenwood is definitely the perfect area to take a sudden turn. Got another deli across the street. KFC, boo. I don't hate KFC, but you know, they're a lot better in the 90s, so here we go towards Danforth. And a phone booth. It's almost like spotting a fossil or a relic or maybe a dinosaur. And the light is still on. Still in operation. Wow. But you can't even pay for it besides a card down there. There's no like slot to put your coins into. A little confusing. Go back to the chats here. Mark asked me what inspired to be a live streamer. Honestly, like a lot of walk tubers around Toronto, it's safe to say that Strides was kind of the start for us all. And it happened suddenly. I was just looking at certain areas in Etobicoke that I used to live in and wanted to like kind of see. So I came across Strides' channel, and you know, some of his commentary was pretty funny. You know, he would call out all these bad drivers. So his comedic wit alone got me to subscribe and go back, which led me to the Kent Continuum and other things. And in September, I made my first video, kind of out of fun, didn't take it seriously at all. And then, you know, one thing led to another. I met Strides the day before that, actually. So it kind of inspired me to do that. And then started to take off again in January and do it more frequently. And then one thing led to another. I started connecting with all these other awesome YouTubers. Ready Eddie kind of jumped me up and noticed me, and then led me to more of these connections. So now I'm doing it more frequently and taking it more seriously and enjoying it more each day. And I'm more than grateful to be a part of this community. So shout out to you all. Nothing but residential around here. It's just kind of like all the interesting little landmarks are gone. But it's nice and quiet and peaceful. And like I say, I started recording for the scenery. That's usually what I like to watch, just areas that I used to remember. So we have quite the book collection here. For anyone that wants to partake, it's pretty cool. I don't know a huge, well, at least a mainstream Toronto vlogger that does not have Madana as a moderator. He is the king of moderators, in my opinion, from what I've seen. And he's always there. Great supporter, so shout out to you once again, Madana. The Godfather, the Mod Father. I just got that. Definitely the Mod Father, I agree. Yeah, don't mention it, Madana. Thanks for all the support that you give, not just to me, but everyone in this community. You know? Helping is caring. Random, wherever the hell that was. There's Autobots here. Whoa. Are these like forget-me-nots or something? Gotta love the tint of blue here, all around this whole lawn. Eager squirrel, munching on some dried leaves. Got some sort of Toyota that seems like it's had better days. Hello from BC, Art. Welcome to the chat. Beautiful British Columbia. I have yet to go out west yet, but one day I hope to do so eventually. Okay. It's one of those lights I just have to wait for, I guess. There's no button to push. Curious about this park here. In fact, yeah, I'll just keep this way. Almost gonna try to go around it, but it's kind of backtracking. I'll stick along Greenwood right now to Danforth. Again, this is where I'll be ending this. I'm over 40 minutes in now. My live streams usually go for about an hour. My pre-records usually anywhere from 25 to 35 at the current time, but I'm sure they'll extend in the near future. Wow, what a beautiful, well-kept lawn. Look at this. I'm gonna sit down on this convenient bench for a second, because what better view could I get? Unleashed dogs, designed area for unleashed dogs. You roam, good boys. Upstate New York Bob in the house. Welcome to the chat, buddy. Kurt says there should be a Law and Order episode where a walk-tuber is doing a stream in a park and it comes across something interesting. Walk-tubers are becoming more and more mainstream. You never know one day. I'm pretty sure, isn't like there's a Law and Order based in Toronto? Mark asked if I was born and raised in Toronto. Yeah, I was born and raised in Toronto until I was about 10 years old. And then I spent about maybe half of my life, at least a good 10 years in Hamilton. Moved to Guelph, Kitchener, but a lot of my years in Hamilton, probably at least 15 years there. And I finally moved back, at least permanently, I think for now, when I was 29. I'm gonna be 35 next month. I'm getting older, but yeah, this will always be my home. Toronto will always be my city. So I definitely call myself a proud Torontonian. Law and Order, eh? Yeah, exactly. There is a Toronto one now. It's, I don't know, I think it's a little bit cheesy, but you know, it's still, I think it's still going. All right, got a pretty good view of this. I'm gonna keep on going here. Huge baseball diamond. That might be a pool over there. It seems to look like one, but some sort of rink, if not. But this doggo's just having the time of his life right now. It's definitely a doggo area. Cool, unique color to that house. Actually, well, the teal one and the navy blue one as well, maybe royal blue. It's my favorite color after all. Just so quiet and peaceful, and pretty much the opposite of what I'm used to in my area. And yes, there are bike lanes here, not protected, but at least they do exist. Helping keep less of them on the sidewalk. Athletic Avenue. Kind of see Danforth in the distance there, creeping up towards it. Got a little playground area here too. Another area I think just meant for gardening, planting, whatever. All right, we're approaching Girard. Nice convenient stairwell to go down there. And we get a much better look at the skyline from here. Wonder what we have here at the next intersection. I walked down Woodbine about a couple months ago to go to the Woodbine beach, but the quality was so terrible I had to kind of axe those videos, so I'm not sure if it's going to be another pre-record or another future live stream, but that will be a future destination for me for sure. See another pizza creeping up here. Ooh, no, not that again. Definitely drops in restaurants and hospitality once you go further up Greenwood, sorry. Doesn't look like I'll be making this light. You know what? Bending some traffic laws here. Yeah, some pizzas actually serve beer now. I thought the guy was drinking Coors Light, but it was just a Diet Coke. They look similar, the cans. Yeah, I love me some pizza. They get mixed reviews, but I think you really know how to order them right. I like to get mine with extra cheese, extra sauce, you know. I find their dipping sauces are superior to any other franchise. Oh, your sister met the cast of Law and Order Toronto. That's pretty cool. Says Mark. I think the main guy kind of looks like J.D. Vance. Tell me if I'm wrong. And yeah, just nothing but residential with occasional business here and there. Still got some Easter ornaments, decorations still up here. Ken Continuum's brother-in-law is a producer on the show. Really? I never knew that. That's really cool. True, Kurt. And that is one tall ladder. Look at that. Nope. Not for me. Yeah, thanks. How's bro gonna get down? Like, nah. Look at that. Just send it a whatever they're sending up there. Package of tiles, I'm assuming. That's pretty cool. Mark says your sister, works for the Actors Guild in Union in Toronto. Well, that must be a pretty entertaining, high-paying job, I would assume. And it's Bork o'clock. Oh. Someone's at the door of someone, I don't know. Dog doesn't seem to be having it. All right. A little bit of a dip here underneath this bridge. Probably after this, I'll grab something to eat. I'm getting a little hungry. Auto collision dealership here. And another GO train heading eastbound. I'm assuming again it's the Lakeshore East towards Oshawa. Kurt asked where I'm getting to eat. I'm gonna see what's up there. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Mazzini's. It's been a while since I've had Greek food. And Upstate New York Bob says, where is the super chat button? I wish to get there soon eventually, Bob. I'm at, last time I checked, 139 subscribers. So, you know, I still have a bit of a ways to go. In the near future, you know, that'd be much appreciated. I didn't even realize, I tried to go live when I was at like 20 subscribers. And it's like, no, you can't even go live until 50. And I'm like, okay. But that was only a couple months ago and never thought I'd be at the point I'm at now. So who knows what the future holds. I'm more than grateful for it all. All right, I can get some shade here for once. Sunlight's kind of pretty blinding me even with my sunglasses. So, Mark, you said your sister is an actress? She met John Candy before he died? Wow. He passed away about, what, over 30 years ago now. The late, great John Candy. My mom actually met John Candy, Eugene Levy, and I think Joe Flaherty in the 80s. She was a waitress. I can't remember exactly what restaurant, but it was like a breakfast place and she served all of them. And John Candy tipped the most. He gave her like $50. Nice little stairwell to lead to these residential areas up the hill here. And another GO train. heading back west. SCTV days, exactly. I used to watch that all the time. And actually, speaking of SCTV, I think my 8th grade history teacher was actually in the kindergarten with Martin Short as well. He actually, like, he was so proud of it. He brought out his like school picture and showed it to the entire class. Back when I was in Hamilton, of course, because that's where Martin Short is from. And speaking of Law and Order Toronto, here we go. There's a poster for it right there with J.D. Vance and some other detective. And they're at the TTC Greenwood Yard. Nice little private residential area here. Torbrick Road. Seems pretty upscale itself. Yeah, Martin Short's quite the character. Also, of course, from on SNL. I think his most infamous character was Ed Grimley, the guy with a little dip in his hair. But he's done many infamous roles, of course. It's a bit more of a stretch to Danforth than I thought, but I kind of see it creeping up, I think, in the next set of lights here. Yeah, that's his most recent one, right? Him, Steve Martin, and I believe Selena Gomez. Haven't watched it personally, but apparently it has pretty good ratings. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, yes. Steve Martin, John Candy, a great movie. That movie hits home with me personally. It's kind of one of those nostalgic ones. And of course, John Candy was in Home Alone, and who could forget about Uncle Buck, right? Macaulay Culkin was actually in Uncle Buck before Home Alone. So I guess that was the association. And of course, Catherine O'Hara, also from SCTV. Shout out to these legends. I have to read the chat here. Kurt says, you always have to worry if either a cartoon leprechaun or Liam will jump out of a bush. Yep. No Liam's might be yet, but that sun is as bright as ever. Hey Brad Palmer, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a great day. Well, someone cooking something really delicious, which is making me even more hungry. So I see an A&W actually as we approach Danforth here. So I think I might grab a teen burger. Or maybe even a Papa burger. I feel kind of hungry enough for one, so. Kurt asked what's over. I don't think it's an electric fence, it's just barbed wire, but it's part of the Greenwood TTC parking unit, or what's kind of where they store all of their vehicles and whatnot. But it extends for quite a bit. Officially over an hour. But yeah, electric or not, I definitely would not attempt in any of my wildest dreams to climb this. Not only am I a terrible climber, but yeah, don't think the rusty barbed wire would be doing me any favors either. And we're at Oakvale Avenue. Not to be confused with Oakville. Yeah, and once again, thank you to all of you for being in the chat and watching this live stream. And more shade, good. Alrighty, I think that Papa Burger is calling for me right now. An eager driver there. I didn't really look behind me, but bike or cars coming at me. Kind of see in the distance there the lake, Lake Ontario. Nice, beautiful view. Got a pink Porsche SUV. It's like a Barbie pink. Oh, get a grip. Like, so you can clearly see that the lady was waiting for me to cross and she honks at her. Yeah, just run me over. Who cares? Not her. Yeah, Niagara Falls, speaking of gambling, last time I was at Niagara Falls, probably a good 10 years ago, but I never actually went to the casinos there. The only casino I've ever been to, actually, was Cataraqui, which is kind of like an outer part of town from Kingston. Dropped 60 bucks and lost it right away, and I'm like, okay, that's it, I'm done. So now that I'm finally at the intersection of Greenwood and Danforth, I think that's a wrap. So once again, I want to thank everyone in the chat, the moderators, anyone that just popped in to say hello or just watched, give a like. I appreciate you all. She's not a Barbie, definitely not. But thank you to everyone in this chat. You always make my channel brighter than the sun right here. So thanks for everything, Medano, as well. Upstate New York Bob, Trojan Elk, Mark Davis, anyone else I didn't mention. And I will see you in the next live stream. And of course, Walker out.